I've got children and stuff today, and I don't want to say to them that's the only way to live. So I've got certain responsibilities today, but back then I didn't have any responsibilities to anybody. I could do exactly what I wanted, and it was a lot of fun doing that. It opened up doors at times. Then again, later on, the honeymoon with drugs was over, and the doors closed down. So you have to be very aware of that. There's pitfalls too. A lot of people around me started to either, started to suffer or be hurt or die or whatever, and you see all that, and you have to take all that into account. And so I don't know, there's a time for things like that, and maybe there's a time when you move on from them too. It's not the end of the world. Life is much more exciting. Having new music out is a lot more exciting than being high as a kite. That's the real drug. Doing music is beautiful to me. That was the drug I'm really addicted to.
Was there a particular loss or a particular occasion where you thought to yourself, I need to knock this on the head, or I need to get out of this?
No, I think I'm enjoying it. That's the thing. I'm enjoying music, and it's a lot of fun. And I think we're still pushing at the boundaries of what we do. I mean, Steve Stevens, my guitar player. I'm
sorry to interrupt you, but I didn't mean the music. I just meant with the drug taking. Did you think to yourself, this is all getting a bit too heavy at some point?
Well, yes, exactly. That the honeymoon was over, and I think it takes a long time for drug addicts to sort of really listen to themselves. Their body is telling you, and your mind is actually warning you, and even the bad things start to happen. Like I had a terrible motorcycle accident that didn't really need to happen, and you have to start listening to that. It takes a long time, though, and then it takes a long time to get the discipline back to kind of stop yourself overloading or overdoing things. So,
were you high when you crashed your bike?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, really. Yeah.
And that was back in 1990, and then you had the overdose. It was in Los Angeles, wasn't it? 4 years after that as well. I suppose those are the wake-up calls you were talking about.
That's exactly it. And then it takes a while, though, for you to really listen. That's the problem, when you're a drug addict or something. It takes a long time for you to listen to those wake-up calls. But eventually you do. Well, if you live, if you live long enough, you do start listening. And I think, luckily enough, I did. And I'm here to sort of talk about it, really.
And do you say to your kids, now you talked about having kids, are you kind of saying to your kids, don't do drugs, look what it did to me? Or are you a bit more liberal than that?
Actually, I'm lucky in a way. They kind of saw that it was kind of unromantic. So it's not even as I have to say too much. They kind of know just from their own experience with seeing their parents like that or whatever. It's unromantic to them. So I think my son's a real ale drinker. So he loves real ale. And I don't think there's anything too wrong with that.